my great-great-grandfather, Rabbi Fievelson, was maybe the first Fievelson. His father was named Yosef Fievel of the town of Erzvilig.
Which years is this?
He's living like maybe in 1850. As we'll talk, maybe the dates will become clearer. Right now, they're not so clear. The point is that he was a very rich man, and he was the Gvir of this town, Vaigava, which was a tiny town next to Kelm. And the people who died in Vaigava were buried in Kelm. There was no graveyard in Vaigava. And the thing is that it seems he had this big house, and he had a lot of relatives come over, and he had like a little koilel, like a little amateur koilel in his house. So his wife was Fege. Fege with the golden boy, because she had a few sons who learned in Volozhin and got smicha. And the Maisa, from like one son, Eliezer Yosef, I don't know if there's anybody left. A lot of them were killed in the Holocaust. Basically, like the most important one for me is obviously...
And the Holocaust got to Lita?
What?
It got to Lita, the Holocaust? Lita, it got to the Holocaust.
Almost everybody was wiped out in Lita. Lita was the worst of all the countries that were attacked by the Nazis. Lita, the extermination was the most successful. Hardly anybody was left in Lita. Anyways, for me the most important is Rav Shmuel Avigdor, was the Plungianer Rav. He was Rav in like 4 different cities. At the end he was Rav in Plungian. And it says in his Metzeva that he was a Rav for 40 years. Shofat es Yisroel Aboim Shona. And my Zedi, Rabbi Yitzchak, was his son. And Rabbi Yitzchak got away from Lita, Ashkocha Protis, in 1924. He went to America thinking that he's just going to collect some money and come back and go back to Lita. And it failed. The money operation failed. So his father sent him a telegram, stay there. So he stayed in America. So he was saved from the Holocaust. Like other relatives came to visit him, and he begged them to stay in America, and they refused. He went back to Lita.
Who sent him to America?
Who?
Who sent him to America?
You want to hear the whole story? The Kitzur, he decided, it seems, he was the maskir of the Agudas Harabonim de Lita. And he decided he's going to America to make big money. Via Zoe. He's going to bring 3 big dolim. But Moshe Mordechai Epstein, the Slabotka Shiva, was already in America. He decided he's going to bring Rav Kook from Eretz Yisrael, the chief rabbi of Palestine, and the Kovner Rav, who he's very close to. He was like the secretary of the Kovner Rav, Rabbi Avram Doiv Kahana Shapira. So the chief rabbi of Palestine, the chief rabbi of Lithuania, and the rabbi of Chevron, Rav Moshe Mordechai, they're going to go to America, and they're going to make bundles of money. So my Zaydi thought. So Moshe Mordechai was...
Money for who?
For yeshivas. Rab Kook B'Shem Oived didn't want to go. He knew it wasn't going to succeed. But they forced him. The Askanim forced him. He has to go to America to make money for Yerushalayim.
Well, he was making fun of Yerushalayim. Your Zaydi was for Lita?
They would split up the money. They would already figure out how to split up the pie. But the point is that together there would be such a strong force, right? It would be a critical mass. They would make an explosion. They'd walk away with millions of dollars. So my Zaydi thought. And we saw it happened in our time. It happened in our time. Rav Steinman and the Ger Rebbe went to America. How much money did they make? Millions of dollars, most likely. They made a huge amount of money. But my Zaydi's mistake was that it was too early. People at that point didn't understand how much money was essential to build Torah. Anyways, Rav Kook was forced by the Askanim. He went to Hamburg. He met my Zaydi and the Kovner Rav. Together they took first class boat to America. And they come to America, and the whole world is shaking. Columbus in his grave smiles. What did Columbus go to America for, if not for these three Rabbanim to make money in America? What was the secret conspiracy? What was Columbus' secret conspiracy? That the Kovner Rav and the Yerushalayim Rav and the Hebron Rav should make money in America. So in Rav Kook's house, they have tons of pictures of these three Gedolim in America. It was a huge Pirsum, and you have a picture of the Kovner Rav shaking hands with Calvin Coolidge, the President of the United States.
You have these pictures?
I don't have them.
We have to get them for Einerklach.
No, I was looking actually for a picture of my Zaidi, but I didn't find. It seems he kept himself, behind the scenes. But what would it help if I have pictures? It would be in my Machsan, just like all my Sforim in my Machsan, like a Shumei Sforim in my Machsan. What does it help anybody? Anyways, but you can see these pictures in Rav Kook's house, no problem.
You've seen them?
Yes.
Also, we'll go to make copies of them.
I don't know if they let you make copies
Where,
of these
in
pictures.
Rehov Rav Kook?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
of course you take a picture.
So anyways,
Make a picture.
so it didn't work. They got tremendous Pirsum, but nobody gave any money. So Marzeli wrote back to his father, what should he do? If he comes back to Lita, they'll tear him to pieces. He used up so much tzedakah money for nothing. So his father told him, stay in America. And his father was almost dead. His father had, Shmuley Vigda had diabetes. He was almost dead. He was kept alive. Hashgacha Pratis, he should keep his son in America. So that's how my Zaidi was saved. So who, of the millions of people who came to America, of the Italians, of who not, who had such a trip to America? First class, with two angels, two Avrahams, Avram Yitzchak and Avram Dov, two angels as his Malavim, two Kohanim, two chief rabbis. Who came to America? Who had such a coming to America? It's one out of a million. It's my Zaidi was Zeicha for whatever, because of his own schus or the schus of his avos, to be saved in a beautiful, beautiful way. Of course, he himself was completely tzibrochen. Like his whole career just swept away.
You knew him?
What?
You knew him?
Of course I knew him.
Oh, when was he?
But I knew him already when he was really old, when he was really got Alzheimer's. And I didn't know how to ask him questions. If I would have asked him questions, I could have gotten information.
What year was he nifter?
What?
What year?
He was nifter very late. He was nifter in Tovshin Lamed Lamed Zayin. So, or Lamed Dalet maybe. But the point is, he was old. He was like 90 years old. He'd been born in Tafresh Mem Gimel. Now we can get more back the years. He was born in Tafresh Mem Gimel. His father was born in Tafresh Yutes. That's